Good afternoon, my friends, and welcome to today's edition of NWCR's Removing a Liberal Blindfold for this Thursday, the 19th day of November in the year of our Lord 2020. This one comes from WLP Press. Rumors fly that server seized in raid shows Trump actually got 410 electoral votes. Media panics. Was looking at the map on the site, and it shows a completely different scenario than the lying lamestream media does. This map shows only two of the West Coast states for Biden, Washington and Oregon. It shows California red. It shows Alaska red and Hawaii pink. It shows Nevada, Utah, and Arizona dark pink, and it shows Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Iowa pink, and it shows Indiana pink along with West Virginia too. It shows Trump with 333 electoral votes in dark red, which are certain, and it shows Biden with 51 electoral votes in dark blue, which is certain. All total, it shows Biden with 128 electoral votes and Trump with 410. And of course, with this, the media is in panic mode because their previous pick is a landslide loser. Rumors began flying today that President Trump not only won, but won big. 410 electoral votes big. That is according to a server that was allegedly seized in a raid this week from overseas. Sidney Powell gave the rumor even more life in the interview I talked about yesterday here, folks. The interview was on America This Week. It got so bad after that interview that CNN even rushed in to do damage control and claim the story is not true. From their episode on this, it said, an election security company has had to pour cold water on the conspiracy theories about it and the 2020 presidential election that might have been circulated about it by right-wing media and a Republican congressman. As President Donald Trump's allies attempt to attack the integrity of the election, some prominent right-wing figures and websites have homed in on the company SCVTL because of the products it provided to some U.S. clients. As with many conspiracy theories, that's what they always use too. Remember, conspiracy theories, this one has different permutations and explanations. But the basic idea of the most extreme belief around this theory is this. The U.S. Army, or maybe the intelligence community, there was no raid, the Frankfurt, Germany offices of a company that has no Frankfurt offices that tallies all votes in U.S. elections. It does not do any tallying of votes, much less conduct any official tally of all votes in the U.S., which no single company does. Now you have to remember, this is from CNN now. Data on a server seized in that raid, no server was seized, there was no raid, showed that the votes were switched, they weren't, and that Trump had secured a massive landslide of 410 electoral college votes, winning California, which hasn't gone for a Republican since 1988, and which Hillary Clinton won by 30 percentage vote points in 2016, and Rhode Island, which has gone for a Republican only once since 1976, but somehow not Colorado, which was considered a swing state as recently as 2008. Representative Louis Gohmert, a Republican from Texas, gave a major boost to the baseless conspiracy theory during a Thursday interview on Newsmax, the right-wing television channel that has been aggressively promoting the false notion that Trump really won the election. Gohmert said during the interview that he was told there was a tweet in German that indicated SCYTL had been raided. Gohmert's comments were picked up by the right-wing media, with websites like Gateway Pundit posting about them and adding new elements to the conspiracy theory. An article on the Gateway Pundit, for instance, claimed that SCYTL's systems are, quote, vulnerable to electronic manipulations, unquote, and that the company had connections to George Soros, the billionaire philanthropist who is often portrayed as a boogeyman by the right-wing media. SCYTL, however, has aggressively pushed back against the claims. In a lengthy statement posted on its website, SCYTL said it has no offices in Frankfurt and added that the U.S. Army has not seized anything from it. SCYTL went on to debunk other elements included in different strains of the conspiracy theory, saying that it has no ties with Russia and is not owned by George Soros and has never been connected to him, unquote. And now to remove the liberal blindfold here, folks. The lying media, CNN is especially included in this, is still searching for the truth on this. Just like I said yesterday, they work overtime like CNN to try to disprove everything coming out if and only if it goes against a Biden win. And lately it seems that is happening a lot. With the election software that was used, to the ballots that were thrown away, to the massive dump of Biden votes that happened at 4:35 in the morning when most everyone in the nation was asleep. That dump, by the way, was totally impossible as a dump of almost 150,000 votes all went to Biden when the campaign found out that they were losing by about that much. And to push this one even farther, today's Albuquerque Journal, the local lying liberal lamestream media source, said nothing much about the election today. It was all about how New Mexico is having a record-breaking surge of COVID deaths now, and that Governor Dictator Grisham has locked us down again. Yesterday, my phone alerted me several times that we should stay indoors and not go outside because of the new COVID crisis. Oh, brother, on that one. If the government would just stay the hell out of the healthcare business like they should, we would all be like South Dakota now, who never locked down and is having no such surges in COVID deaths or new cases. Period. Governors like Grisham and Newsom have no idea what is going on and have decided that it is only their dictatorial demands to the citizens that we must follow their dictates that will help the states out of COVID, when the fact of the matter is, just like the election, if the government would just do what it is supposed to do instead of an agenda, this nation would be able to get back on track and go back to normal. But like I've been saying over the last months, the left doesn't want normal. All they want is control, and they are losing that with every news cycle these days. That is the reason they, in the lamestream lying media, won't report it. But they are not the only media around now. The new media actually has journalists that will report the truth and not a political agenda. That is the other reason why I always end up my updates and my shows with what a friend of mine used to always say: we will not be ruled. Just as I've been saying, my friends, the enemy of this nation has been the Democrat Party and the lying media. For those two are the same as the false prophets of Baal. The truth shall never go past their lips. This is Robert the Infidel for today's NWCR's Removing the Liberal Blindfold from behind the silver microphone of freedom, with the voice of reason in this very unreasonable world, which is brought to you through Conservative Nation Media, where we fight to make sure America always wins. Tomorrow is my show at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Blog Talk Radio. And on Saturday is Vincent Brown with Black by Color Only at 5 p.m. Eastern. And on Sunday is Bing Fisher with American by Design at 8 p.m. Eastern. Have a blessed weekend, and God bless you all.